What's going on, everybody? It's Dan French. It's a Saturday. Ver, what's up, buddy? Thanks for waiting in the waiting room. We know what time it is. It's the French workbench time, baby.
It's time to get ill.
I'm your host, Dan French, here streaming live from Las Vegas. We got a full show for you guys today, and a really good show, I think. We got a lot of good information. Going to talk about millennials and baby boomers, how they correlate. And also, we're going to talk about housing market statistics. And we're going to talk to Mr. Douglas over here. He's from Las Vegas Inspections. He's in here. He's going to talk about soils. He's going to talk about infrastructure. He's going to talk about how to start a custom home, I guess. I don't know. And if you guys, if you guys have not subscribed, please, if you're watching the video, if you like the content, subscribe to the channel. Also hit that like button. Man, we had a great night last night, didn't we, Brett?
Yeah, we did, man.
What happened last night, buddy?
I'm still feeling that. I didn't even get to the gym today.
What happened last night, man? We just found ourselves at T-Mobile, huh?
T-Mobile, and we saw Korn and System of a Down.
Dude, it was cool, man.
Dead bodies everywhere.
Yeah.
Dead bodies everywhere.
Yeah.
Man, it was, they were good. I mean, Korn was awesome. Korn was awesome.
It was a little bit busier than I anticipated, I'll be honest. I thought it was going to be busy, but man, it was just packed.
It was booming down there, you know? But yeah, by the time I got home and had a few beers and, you know.
Did your deal.
Yeah, I did my deal, man. You got home later than I did. So
oh, yeah. I didn't go home. I just came right to the show.
In fact, you wore that outfit last night, didn't
Brett,
you?
you're not supposed to say that, man. You know
I saw
I mean?
you changing your shirt in there, man.
We also have Mr. Rick Raines here. Mr. Rick Raines, ladies and gentlemen. What's going on? The guru, or the Mr. Guru, I guess.
I'm Rick Raines, bitch.
Of the housing market statistics and also of property management. What's going on, Rick?
Good morning. Everything's great.
Yeah.
Got a couple things happen this last week. I'm talking to another broker about merging our businesses together.
Nice.
So I got that happening.
Wow.
And
you didn't get me involved.
hey, there wasn't. There's no
Listen,
loan.
man, we don't need a lender.
No
No
loan
lenders
necessary.
involved.
No loan necessary.
Real estate number one. No, I was kidding.
Yeah, but I'm talking about being an investor. I thought you were going to give me a cut. That's not going to happen?
No, it is. I'm going to cut you out.
Smart man.
I am going to cut you out. I'm going to cut you out of something you didn't deserve in the first place.
So we also have Mr. Douglas Liebig. He's Las Vegas Inspectors. What's going on, Douglas? How are you, man? Thanks for coming in.
Good morning. Thank you.
Appreciate
Thank
you.
for inviting me.
Appreciate you coming in. What's going on with you, man? How's
We're
life?
just staying busy. The homes are still selling, and we're staying busy.
You guys are staying at it, huh?
Yeah, staying at it hard.
Structural,
Well,
basically, like with the foundation.
Yeah, yeah.
From the basic foundation of the soil and everything. From that point, you.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
We get into the drilling, and then we do the grading, and then we do the concrete structure, framing structure.
Is that one of the, so what are one of the very first things you do? Like, I'm going to hire you. I say I want to. Amazon says, hey, we want to put up a huge warehouse in the north.
Yeah.
So
what they would do is they'd have to pull a permit to get the property. Then they'd have a geotech engineer go out there and do some drilling, find out what kind of soils you got underneath that building that you're gonna put up.
And then you have to base what kind of material or how you're gonna build it from that point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically, what you're gonna do is you're gonna drill whatever specified depth that the geotech engineer wants to drill at, and then you're gonna find out what kind of soils are in the ground, and then take it to a lab, you test it, and then you go through and say, okay, well, you need to over-X this whole site like 3, 4, 5, 6 feet, whatever it is.
Over-X, what's that?
Over-excavating
over-excavate. Okay.
Yeah, over-excavating a building site. Basically, you're gonna take it down, and you're gonna put engineered fill back in.
Gotcha.
So we're in the purchase sequence of whether it be for places like Kobe Homes, Richmond American, or commercial. Where in the process does this fall? Because I'm assuming that someone who's going to put up an Amazon warehouse, that basically getting these soil samples and doing the drilling and figuring out what the initial costs are going to be is maybe prior to or part of the offer process. When does this happen? I mean, you go out and you spend $10 million on a lot, and then you figure you're going to spend I'm making up figures here. You're going to spend another $5 million on the foundation, but you find out the soil's crap and it's going to cost you 5 times as much. So where do you fall in
That's
the
probably
process?
done ahead of time.
Yeah, but where is it? I mean, how does that happen?
Actually, that will fall into after the purchase.
Really?
Yes.
So they're freaking rolling the dice.
Yeah, they're rolling the dice, and that's where the engineering part of it. Well, that's where the geotech engineers come in to do the economic efficiencies.
I'm assuming that that whole land is right.
So if you take this valley, you look at this valley as a big dry lake.
Sure.
Bed,
Yep.
Right. Geologically speaking, you're going to have in the bottom of the lake bed, you're going to have all the silt, the clay, all the crap. Right.
Yep.
So that's going to require probably more engineering than, like, say, if you go up into Summerlin,
or you're higher elevation and stuff, because you're not. I got you.
Yeah. You go up
that
to
makes sense.
Anthem, and you're going to have boulders, cobbles, gravels, that kind of stuff versus silt, sands, and clays. And actually when you're looking at the strip, you're only in some cases you're only 5 feet to water. And you're pumping,
wow, that's amazing. So the strip is only 5 feet down for water.
There's some cases,
That's why that casino at the end of the strip started tilting after they built it.
Yeah, it had an aquifer. They were built on an aquifer.
Yeah.
Which one?
Mandalay.
Yeah,
Mandalay Bay was built on an aquifer.
Yeah, right after they built it, it started doing one of these.
So how would they fix that? I mean, obviously, I don't know if you're.
They had a
very carefully.
Start over.
Thank you. I'll be in town all week.
They start pumping it up.
Is that they pump it out like an airtight?
Pump it up, pump it down.
We need a little bit up on the right. Pump it a little bit up on the right.
Pump it. All right. I'm sorry.
No. Well, it was in the E&R, the Engineering News Report. It's a magazine or a periodical that comes out, and basically the county actually required them to go in and do a bunch of micropiles. So they had to go very deep. I don't know how deep.
What's a micropile?
A micropile is a...
I mean, obviously a small pile, but like in this context.
Are you talking
that's something a 2-year-old does as compared to you.
And tomorrow I'm going to work on vowels. All right. In context of this.
So anyway, you have a really small concrete column that you're putting in the ground to create friction.
Okay.
And you attach it to the foundation of the building. So you're you're going to be maybe 1 foot, 2 foot in diameter or whatever. And from what I understand is they drilled a bunch of micropiles and kept that thing from dropping any more than it did.
Is it pretty hard to screw up the soil? Drilling, etc. In other words, you go through this whole process to get ready to lay the foundation. The inspector comes out and goes, "Oh man, you guys, this is all wrong." Does that ever happen? You got any stories like that?
So, I guess
you guys probably know more than the inspector, I would assume.
Well, we're more involved.
Yeah,
we're more involved because. There is like in the consulting industry, you are a third party contractor.
But you're being paid specifically by somebody.
By the builder,
yes.
By the developer, by the contractor. In some cases in public works, they'll hire us as well, or and so we
So if you get some screwy inspector, do you get to have a do-over with somebody else?
Like appraisers?
Yeah, like appraisers. Can you say, wait a minute, I want a different guy?
I need another one. No. You redraw that name out of that hat?
No, you got to work with them.
Because that's the city, right?
Yeah, it's a city. That's a county. And
the city chose them.
So
good luck into the government.
If you piss this guy off...
Yeah, if you're pissing his weed.
You're not pissing him off. You're pissing off the government. That's the thing about that. You're just not one person. They're representing a whole system. You're not.
Yeah.
You need to go through.
Yeah, I got a lot of friends that went to the building department. They're good. They're good guys though, and There's some, there's maybe some that are a little harder to get along with, but for the most part,
that's where learning to play well in the sandbox comes into play.
Right? Yeah, don't shit in the sandbox.
Play nice in the sandbox. Don't shit in the sandbox. Exactly.
It's true.
Yeah,
that's absolutely true.
Yeah. All right, guys, we're going to segue to a different topic here because I want to go over this with Rick. We also have to talk with Mr. Brett Jenny over here about real estate. So first off,
Mr. Real Estate Man,
we have a Ver Star here said, I'm going to pump you up. Now, we're about to go into property management, right?
He's going to pump.
And I want Mr. Rick Raines
Zoo up.
To throw up the guns real quick and say, I want to pump you up.
I want to pump
you up.
You up.
With some property management information. Let's hear what's going on, buddy.
Oh, my God. Things are still slowing down, but at the same time, slowing down from the standpoint that property's not moving as quickly. We went up again another 2% this week.
Yeah.
And Brett's going to get into the sales end of it.
Oh, yeah.
Another one of the things I wanted to bring up to any owners out there that are listening in, the city of Las Vegas has a program now called RAFT, R-A-F-T.
Okay.
And that is basically the city's version of CHAPS. And what's interesting is that it allows landlords to apply for unpaid or future rent on behalf of their tenants, which is really interesting. And of course, there's some parameters to it. You've got to live within the city limits, and they also have income qualifications. So they look at the median income for the city, and right now that's been posted at basically $73,000 per household, and you can't make more than 80% of that. All right, which works out to be about $4,900 a month. And the other thing is, if you are below 50% of the AMI, you get priority, okay? Or if you've been unemployed for 90 days. But the cool thing about it is landlords or property managers, if you need a property manager to do this for you, we can get the whole process started. So that's called RAFT. And so I wanted to bring that up because that's important. That's a pretty cool deal going on, and they'll do it for up to 18 months.
What is the average wait time, would you say, for somebody that's trying to find a property to rent right now? I know it's all case by case, but give you like maybe a good analogy or maybe a good estimation
to actually get into a property, assuming that you have average credit at average everything. Really not that long, because there's a lot of property sitting on the market right now.
There is. I thought there was a shortage, and I thought increases of rents are going up, so people were really skeptical about that. Also, that you see a lot of properties that are it's scarce out there, just like it is for buying a home.
Well, like I said last week, that portion of it, the amount of tenants that are looking for places as we get into the holidays, slows down. It contracts. Mm-hmm. So we have more properties that are available right now, and being able to find a place as compared to 6 months ago, right now it's gotten pretty easy. So
yeah, let's talk a little bit. I want to talk about something. So we've seen an increase. This is not here in Las Vegas, but this is nationally. You have Americans age 60 and over have been more active in the housing market than those of the same age 10 years prior to. You look at 2009 to 2019, the share of recent buyers who are 60 years old grew 47%. So that's what I'm talking about, man. You guys are duking it out right now with the millennials out there, because
kind of makes sense.
Yeah, baby boomers are back in and they're buying homes.
And they have money.
Yeah.
So they have money, and they've bought enough homes and been around long enough to know that when the bottom dropped out, they're like, holy, this is a cheap house.
Yeah.
And they I mean,
but I think
and they have money, so anywhere, like 2009, 2010, 2011, I understand maybe not that many buying, but you get to 2012, 2013, 2014, you're still cheaper, and you're seeing things recover. I mean, you're buying like,
yeah.
Well, you're looking at, I want to say this too, is about, you go back, let's say 20 years. When I was thinking of somebody that was like in their 50s or 60s, I was like, man, that's old, right? I'm like, I don't know what's gonna be. Like, what am I gonna look like?
I know, dude. I'm 45, right? And I was like, dude, I remember at one point I was like a grandpa.
Yeah. So I'm thinking like, okay, when I'm 55, 60, 65, what am I gonna be doing? Am I gonna be like looking for a group home at that point or getting close?
Can you even still walk when you're 50? I
mean, maybe you.
I know. I was thinking that last night at that concert. I was like, Jesus Christ.
So I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like, well, man, what's going to happen to me? But then you're like, you look at today.
Checking out wheelchairs.
This guy over here's got bigger guns than all of us. You know, he's working out. And he's buying.
Age isn't anything but a number, though.
So I think you're seeing a lot of baby boomers out there buying homes.
But what's 40? 50's the new 40, 40's the new 30, and so on. Like, so 65's the new 45.
I mean, Rick's turned into a flipper, right, Rick? So
Rick is 69. Rick is 69, but he's really 45, and I'm 25.
But you look at it. So why do you think that the baby boomers are in competition now? And it's not just millennials; it's everybody. But they're looking at it on each spectrum, right? Millennials versus, let's say, baby boomers.
The whole thing boils down to we're living longer. Actually,
yep.
You're living longer, and there's more opportunity. The baby boomers have got the money. And they're not sitting idle anymore.
Yeah,
you know, I remember this scene from Mike and Molly where I don't know if you've ever seen that show.
Yeah,
but mom has started dating again, and it's really bugging her son, who's probably in his late 30s, early 40s. And his partner goes, "Hey, it's a new world out there with that blue pill."
Oh yeah,
so,
absolutely. That blue pill's amazing.
Well, it's you're right though. It's a whole new mentality though. It's a fresher mentality. It's like instead of being I'm 60 and that's it, and it's like people are saying, "No, man, I'm just getting started." So it's like I'm ending one thing and going into the next.
This actually was brought up last night at dinner when I was talking to this other real estate broker.
You guys are talking about Little Blue Pill?
No.
Man, what does that have to do? I mean, I guess,
it's
whatever.
the group, man. It's like a sorority.
It's the family.
It's the family. Once you're in the know, you're in the know. Little Blue Pill. That's the way to go.
But what they brought up...
Commercialize that. Viagra.
Brett, slow down, buddy.
Sorry. My bad. I'm sorry.
He's going to get to the details, all right?
It's only another 15 seconds.
Yeah. I apologize.
Take a breath. But anyway, so they were discussing their clientele, and she said most of them are senior citizens, and they're still buying property.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you see it out there.
It came up last night at dinner.
A lot of clients that I'm working with are in that age group, you know, and then you're like thinking, well, shoot, should I market to them now? Because like I wasn't marketing them as much, but they typically got the money, they got the time, they got all the resources, right? They put more time into it.
I think instead of coining them senior citizens, I think you should call them experienced citizens from now on.
Experienced, no, that's really good.
And you know I think somebody doesn't want to get business.
And because they have the money, they don't throw up as much resistance to you because they have the money.
And they've bought
before,
and
so they know what's going on.
They know what's going on, dude. You just got to be there to service, give them good service.
Yeah, they blocked with the BS.
Yeah. I'm shifting my mindset, man. It's all about baby boomers now.
And they're more appreciative of people who are directed to the point.
Well, you know, it's like I'm 56. My kids are grown. I'm just getting started, man.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm taking from the time I was 24. I'm taking off.
That's what I'm saying. Is like now you're like all these things that have been in the back of your mind.
I think the intro to your show, you need to shoot some early 60s and late 60s music on there. That's what you need.
There you go.
After every closing, you send them a little blue pill in the mail. Give them a wink. I got you. Yeah. Enjoy the house.
Yeah. Enjoy your housewarming. I got you. Dude, that would be classic. I mean, would that not be a marketing practice that would stick out in their minds? Who the hell's not going to... Dude, my realtor sent me a Viagra. Dude, I closed on the house, and I'm a single guy. No, I'm kidding.
All right, so what do you think, man? So you're seeing this then? You're seeing a lot of people then because you got groups out there. Are you seeing this too out there, Doug?
Oh yeah.
You're seeing it a lot too, huh?
Yeah.
All right. What about you, Brett?
I'm only 25. I don't know anything about
Don't know anything.
I don't know about these old people.
Right. we appreciate all the comments. We're going to end the show. You
Vegas
guys
coin Vegas. Bring me
guys
a market for it. I'll facilitate it.
I got
we'll
one
make
other
some
comment.
money.
I'm curious.
I'm serious.
Okay, go ahead.
How many people out there realize that the Federal Reserve banks are private?
I know.
Are private? Oh, I mean, I think as
They
the
put
internet,
federal, so it
listen,
makes it look like it's government.
I think they're becoming more aware of it.
Yeah.
And
That's
how
what
much-
I'm trying to say.
So the point is that they're in bed with the government in,
Yep.
in controlling this, and somebody's making bank on the Federal Reserve, even on the Federal Reserve that's controlling.
He
all these
owns the
interest
most
rates.
gold, makes the rules. It's simple.
And if you guys didn't know who Rick Raines was, he's wearing a Rams shirt. He's saying go Rams. He was actually a lineman on the Rams at one point in his life, right?
Maybe.
And man, with those guns, you look like you.
Rick was so badass, even the linemen didn't mess with him. Rick just looked at him like your mom.
I could see Rick on a Harley, man, just rolling down. You know, he's got the shirt off. You know what I mean? Just everything.
Rick is like Clint Eastwood in that movie where he comes around with those kids. It's like,
right? You got anything else to say,
that's
Rick?
Rick.
Hey, www.property-mgt.com. Give us a call. We'd be glad to talk to you.
Brett, what's up, buddy? Anything to say? Where's your website, man?
www.brettjenny.com.
I love it.
Pretty simple.
How about you, Doug? We want to appreciate you coming on, man.
Thank you.
This guy is with Las Vegas Inspections. How does somebody get a hold of you, man? I mean, you got a website here, lvhomeinspections.com, so that's where you guys want to go check him out.
Yep.
You have anything else to say?
Nope. I appreciate
Thanks,
you bringing me on.
Guys, thank you. This is the most behind the scenes and real information regarding financing real estate, money talk, entrepreneurs here in Las Vegas through on-job experience in Las Vegas. I'm your host, Dan French, and we'll see you at the next stream. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Boom!